Hello YouTube, welcome to Hackmed Gaming. I am Hackmed. I am here with some Icarus. Starting a community server. It's a dedicated server. It should be up all the time, barring needing a restart or update, something. I work at home, so there'll be a channel in Discord to be able to, like, if it goes down and I don't happen to notice it, we'll get it up and running again. After this, I will, probably by the time you see this video, I will have a Icarus community section in Discord. It'll have the server info, and like password and stuff to join, and kind of going to go over the plans we have for. So we're just on normal difficulty. We're doing it. I started a brand new character for it. If you want to join up, you don't have to create a new character by any means. I'm hoping that people do, just so we can kind of build up together and go that way. But my kind of idea or plans for it is we're probably going to build, I'm thinking right around here. It's about right in the middle of everything. Toy, dog squeaking his toy. And I kind of would like to set it up as, like, I don't like the word role play, but have roles and stuff that people are mainly set up for. So, like builders and hunters and gatherers and stuff like that. So in the Discord, there are, like, if you're kind of going for a role, one or the other, just probably grab some stuff while I'm talking, because I definitely don't want to get caught without a weapon. So may have some builders or a builder, and maybe somebody that wants to just be a lumberjack or blacksmith, stuff like that. I'm hoping to, once we find a spot around here, we'll have a spot where we're trying to make different buildings. We'll have a kitchen area or a restaurant, whatever you want to call it, where the cooking can be done. We'll have a lumberjack hut, something like that, a house. And then, near town, we will try to have, your own personal house. And that's something you can build, or, if we have a builder and they're online and they want to do the building and you want them to do the building, you can explain to them what you kind of want, and go from there. But yeah, then they'll, things like, oh God, horses, things like paths and stuff, I think would be cool. Clear the fiber and the trees and get some, like, markers and signs and have them up, and, locating us to caves and the trip to the desert. Because, you start running across here and you get cliffs. So, I think paths to different places would be cool. And project someone can work on. Uh-oh. I should have built something. There is a wolf right there. I might die off the bat. Let's at least get an axe. I don't really have a whole lot of options. Might as well build one of those. At least I have some sort of weapon. But yeah, that's kind of my my thought and plans. Just have some fun with it. Kind of projects and stuff like that. We can post in the Discord. I have a little kind of like a forum type style setup for it, where we'll be able to say, hey, I'm gonna build this, or hey, maybe we should do something like this. I'll have a picture of the map and kind of where we're looking at trying to set up and stuff like that. And at the same time, have fun with it. If no mods, nothing like that will be in it. Just good old-fashioned vanilla. And then, yeah, we'll be able to get together and do operations, missions, anything like that. Just hang out. Hopefully have a good time. So, yeah, I'm hoping you're interested in joining in. So we're going to kind of get a little head start here. And then from here, we'll be able to see what the plan is and kind of have, like, a little video showing the plan. All right, first and foremost, how many do I got? 4. Yeah, let's get some weapons right off the bat. Let's get a fireplace. I need to get those as well. Some of the... I'm no pro at Icarus by any means. But you know, I obviously have what I start out with and how I do things. All right, arrows. Probably don't have a whole lot we can craft. 6. That's 6 arrows. That's better than nothing. All right, and let's get some stuff. Let's get some more stuff going. And you know, having said that, there, you know, with the server and stuff like that, this is like a co-op game. It's not like a PvP. You can obviously hurt other people. I think there's an option for that to turn off, and I think I have it off. I'm gonna double check the settings before I, you know, post it out for everybody. But having said that, there's no like locks for cabinets, there's no locks for doors, anything like that. So it's gonna be kind of like, you know, just respect someone's house. You know, if you're woodcutter or something like that, and you know, we got the woodcutter's hut or whatever it is. You know, that's stuff where anybody in the server can come and take stuff. Stuff in your house is where it should be left alone. So just kind of a big faith thing going out there, no, you know, griefing and doing stuff like that. And I think that's going to get that just fine. Worst case, we get somebody in there, they'll get obviously blocked or kicked or whatever, and then I'll just have to roll the server back to run out of save before anything happens. All right, we got a little bit of rain. I'm used to my high-level character, so. Okay. Stay down there. All right, another thing I should probably grab. Tech tree. We need that right off the bat, and I'm gonna lock the wood right away. I don't ever see a reason to the thatch. Like, you can get yourself a little hut pretty quick with wood. And we are out. I need to get a knife too, but not really. Back my arrows. Can't skin them yet, so let me try to get down by the lake here. I don't know, I think the lake's just kind of cool. I should wear headphones so I can hear a little bit better. So I just run my sound bar and turn it down just to make sure the mic don't pick it up, even though I have it pretty decently set up, I think. Alright, let's chop some trees down. But yeah, so like I said, you know, if you want to do hunting, you want to be a hunter, we already have a hunter, be a hunter. It doesn't you don't really want to rely on anybody else. Do what you got to do. Have fun playing it. Ideally, just for fun too. So now that I got this going, I'm also still working on the out of ore thing. Hopefully I can get one of those up, and the farming sim for sure. And then if this one dies off, you know, we'll just down it for a little bit and, you know, fire up a different one or whatnot. I'm hoping and planning on like the farming sim, this one, and what's the other one? Out of ore running, you know, will be up at the same time. Right, so let's craft 4 of those. Yeah, if you've never seen Icarus, it's just a kind of cool survival game. Pretty good. I enjoy it. Definitely, like most survival games for me, enjoy them by solo a little bit, but you know, if you get a group of people, it just obviously makes most games better. Your house can catch fire and stuff like that. It's kind of insane. Good chance we'll probably experience that at some point. Alright, so we got 2 of those, or 4 of those, so we need what, 2, 4? We need 8 walls. Probably need another 4 floors. And also I haven't said that because I think when nobody's in the server, it kind of, when I say shuts down, it pauses, you know, so stuff doesn't happen. But if you're on the server and, you know, there's a storm, big problem is houses and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure can still catch fire. All the buildings. So hopefully as all of us working together, we'll be able to keep, you know, other people's stuff from burning. Then once you upgrade like stone, you don't have to worry about that kind of stuff as much. You get sprinklers and whatnot. But the first starting houses are going to be the problem. All right, crafting for those and a door. Don't really know. This ain't where I'm going to be staying, but for now, it's something. Granted, the storm's over now, but that's all right. We still need some operation set up. All right, so we need to get this here. We need charcoal. We need to get a fire built. So we need some charcoal going. There's a good chance I might burn down my house here right now. You just never know. Safe. I'm gonna put this right here. Even down to if you put the fire in like this brush, this will catch fire. Lightning will hit trees and catch fire. Like I said, I don't know. The game's been out for quite a few years. What, 2022, I think? And they've had an update every week. They've added content and done stuff. The expansion pack just came out last week. All right, let's grab stone knife so we can... Oh, and a bedroll. Stone knife so we can skin, bedroll so we can set a respawn point, small crate so we can put stuff into it. It's at 1 point available. So if you haven't seen the game before, like this is the tier trees. Like this is just tier 2. You know, here's tier 3, and you know, there's tier 4. So eventually you end up with power and electricity, like just power and electricity. I think that's the same thing. Stuff like that. So it's actually really cool. All right, what do I need for that? 10 charcoal. And some more stone. So the fiber will not respawn. The large rocks at the moment will on a server restart. And I'll probably end up turning that off as well. Just that way, if we're building here, we don't want all this stuff to spawn into our houses. I haven't turned it off, so I want to test it. I want to know if it will, like if I build here and restart, will spawn. And I believe even if spawn is turned off, if you don't clear the whole rock, I think it comes back. Or it's the opposite. I should make some more arrows too. Give me that. Crafting. You. What do I need for that? Leather and bone. I need to skin some animals. Put you there. And this just takes charcoal. And it'll generate water. Fresh water. You can drink this, but you get a certain percent of chance to get dysentery, I think, from water. Oxygen's running a little low. We can just put that in there for now, and that will, you can either like right click and consume it, and it'll give it to you real quick, or put it in there and it'll tick down. And I'm just gonna consume that stack. So I need to skin some animals. I need some leather. Let's see. Did that really not hit him? Oh. If you leave a carcass like this laying around too, it will draw wolves. And I think bears to the area. I don't know if bears start here anymore. Old school, they used to, but I don't know if they still do. And this is the juvenile, and you can lead it, and if you got like a bed and food troughs and water troughs like that, you can end up claiming ownership of it and getting mounts and or saddles and be able to use it for a mount, which is pretty cool. All right, what else am I missing here? I just need more leather. Sorry, buddy. For the greater good. Bone. And I'm sure there's a million ways to play this. I usually start out this way. And obviously, need fire for charcoal, need water, need oxygen, need food. So, and a building. Like I said, I skipped thatch. It's the first windstorm. Pretty much destroys it if you're not repairing it. Alright, let's throw the food in there so that can get cooking. I think that should be enough, yes. Alright, and we gotta get some close by that door. Alright, we'll pull that out. Add oxide to there. So you add oxide to there, it kind of bubbles up here, and you just press E on the balloon. It'll show you how much is in there for oxygen. So the whole point of this video is not to progress and do something. It's to try to figure out how we want to set this up and start. And I kind of like this area because it's nice and big and got a lot of water. So I'm probably going to come take a look. Like, I'm make a mark right there. I want to come look on this side of the lake and see what we got over there for as a flatness and stuff like that. So wait for that food to cook. And also really would like to do I need to do the bedroll, crafted on the character? Did I miss it here? Oh, right there. So I need some fur, so I gotta do some more killing here. Got 27 arrows, not bad. Depending on what arrows you use, they have certain percentage to break. Farming, there's farming in here, which is kind of cool. You see like corn and stuff growing around here, and you can get some perks and stuff for seeds, and bison or buffalo you can hook up carts to and plant seeds and harvest seeds and water them. There's a lot to this game. Let's see. I countered on him running. He didn't run. Okay, yeah, you're getting away for now. Temperature's an issue. Obviously, when you're wet, like I have a debuff here, you just open up your screen and water cools you, which is good. If you're too hot, I'm drinking filtered water. There's different levels of water, and they give you different kind of buffs per se. I really need to spend some talents here. All right. I'm definitely used to my other main guy. Arrow speeds up a lot quicker. Now there are fish in here that will try to bite you, like this guy here. They give you a debuff. Everything gives you debuffs. And if you don't pull out your arrows when you skin it, you get them back if they're stuck in there. All right. We're going to be picking up a few more things. The sickle works pretty good. You'll get more yield from them. All right, I'm over here, so it's just over in that area. I'm probably not... Kind of like Fallout, if you played Fallout, if you're crouched, you're stealth, they don't see you. Like, no eye, you know. You'll get... That one was 2.5% damage, but you can up it with talents. You know that I've never really looked at the best tool to use for getting bones. It always seems the pickaxe lasts the longest. Pick some pumpkins. All right, yeah. So this is the first area I'm kind of checking out, and this is kind of I'm looking for like our town center. Obviously, we want them buildings close-ish together. But with enough room, you know, so we can upgrade them and make them bigger as the tiers progress and some of the equipment gets bigger. Has a river, which is nice because there's water wheels for power. They don't give a ton, but they always work, as far as I've seen. And a nice little waterfall back there. 16. Like I said, this part here is just kind of center, so that's nice. I mean, this area could be pretty cool. Got ourselves a nice backdrop of the waterfall. I know people's built up there. I think that's the waterfall they've built up on top of. Yeah, I don't... Put bridge across there. May break at first, or we have to keep repairing it, but as we get into stone and stuff like that, it'll work out better. Nice little island there. We could put stuff and put a bridge to that, and who knows, have a little fishing dock, little campfire party place, throw some parties. Yeah, see, I left the arrow in that one, and it should be here in the inventory, so... Yep. And where'd this other one go? I'm pretty sure it fell in the water, right? Where did that guy go? Oh, my knife's broke. I'm like, well, why don't you repair? Got a stone on me, right click and repair that. There. There's the skinning option. Alright, so we just got some rain. The flash storms are like the worst ones. I shoot an arrow. Flash storms are pretty shitty. They, no rain and a lot of lightning. Alright, let's hop back to wherever our little shack is. I think is over there. Kind of like that area. Kind of seemed a little, you know, sort of flattish. You got me. Alright, I think maybe we're over. I don't know, I'm lost already. I forgot where we put our little hut at. See, our ship was here. We came down. Is it over here? I never really looked at the map to see. Where we were at. I mean, I looked at it and put the marker down for where I wanted to go look, but I didn't really look at it. I feel like it'd be close to where we came from. I don't remember walking across the whole lake. Pretty sure it's alright, I'm cold, I'm poisoned. Having a storm issue. Can't see. Press my flashlight just in case. Back. Right there. Okay. So I had an idea without realizing I had an idea. We gotta get some of these talent points spent. And we got some more tech points too. Alright, water's full. Fire is out. Which is fine. I can't sleep. Thing anyway. Let's craft one of those now. Bedroll. We'll just and most importantly, hold E or F. I switched my controls around for a respawn. Alright, let's add more oxide to that. Should have some in there. Should have some more cooked meat. Alright, so we're good on that. We need storage crate. Yeah, we need and I need a torch. Alright, let's risk this and put this guy inside. Let's see here. Go there for now. Just because I can't see. Bears won't cook. Just messed up. Alright. So yeah, if you get this too close to the wall, you're going to set your house on fire. If you walk over this fire, you will set yourself on fire, and then as you run around your house to get out, you'll set your house on fire. So, due to multiple times of me not remembering, taking the firewire, then built. We have 3 more points. So let's see here. What do we want? I think more movement speed. I think we're gonna take some melee damage. I think probably a band-aid at least. And then I'm gonna save this last point for the moment. Usually I try to save point just in case. Because I don't know how many times I've like, oh man, I need this thing right here. Oh, I can't do it. I gotta wait till I level up. But I try to save a point and at least prevent one of those. All right, so balance. So this is kind of where if you end up doing, you know, more of a role, like you want to be a hunter, cooking, farming, resource gather, you know, husbandry. So you'll be able to go out and get them mounts and bring them back and get them ready to be tamed. And then, you know, whoever hits their action button on it, the F or E, if you change it like I did, it'll be their mount. So you can still go get them and, you know, care for them, down to even like animals, companions, like wolves and stuff you can have fight for you. I'm pretty sure that someone else can get them and then anyone else can claim them, I think. I know mounts work that way. You know, fishing. This here's kind of a repairing thing. This is for building, so cheaper, you know, thatch. Not a big deal. Tools and then combat stuff. I always go bow. I've always loved bow. I think I'm obviously still going to do some bow, but I'm probably going to mix in with some blades. Just because I've never done blades before. What do I got? I got 6 points. Craft, so that'll reduce it. I think the reload speed. There, we'll do that. And you'll see, like, this, like, some of these, has this little icon. That's your rank. So even if I unlock this tree to this, I might not be able to get that right away until this rank goes up. The first rank I'm going to hit is going to be this row here. And let's see. Let's do an attack speed. And a damage. And then I don't know. I don't know really what role I'm going to, you know, try to fill majority of. Obviously, depending on how many people in the server, there may only be 3 or 4 people. We're not going to have one for everything, and that's fine. Maybe you want to just play and have fun. That's cool. If you want to do a role, we'll put in the Discord and choose. Or even if you do want to be a resource gatherer and farmer, you know, put points into there as well as combat, because you still have some combat, or get somebody that's a combat guy that can protect you while you're clearing a path all the way to, you know, wherever it is you're trying to set up for us. So I'm going to leave that 1 extra point for now, and then solo. I don't. You'll benefit from both solo and normal talents. Yeah, so if you play solo, these talents will count. I don't know on the dedicated server. Yes, let's see here. Health is 375. I'm just going to take a health upgrade just because I'm curious. 425. Okay, so if you're the only one on the server, the solo talents will count for you as well. So that's cool. Let's do some more damage. So I actually should be able to sleep. So in order to skip the night and do that, obviously anybody that's here has to be able to sleep. Alright, I heard a wolf howl, which means there's usually one decently close by. Alright, I need some, what was I doing? Wood for storage crate. So obviously, first and foremost, once we get that spot figured out, clearing it out, clearing all the fiber out, clearing the trees out of that area. Once to build a house or something like that, you usually want to clear the fiber and the trees that are in falling distance. Trees will fall down with the windstorms and stuff, and they'll fall in your house and hurt it. Or if there's a forest fire, they'll connect to the bushes, and if it's close to your house, it get your house on fire. There are things like lightning rods and stuff to help protect wood houses, so definitely have to get that. But let's see, is that enough to make a couple for now? But yeah, basically, I wouldn't build your hut per se where you want it, or know that you'll probably end up ripping it down when you get ready to build something a little bit bigger for yourself. Let's see here. So when I go to place things, like if you can free place like this, which is great. But if I'm trying to keep it kind of like square like that, tap R on the bottom right, you'll see it says change snap angle. I go to 45, I place it about close, and then, now it only snaps to 45. So like I said, this definitely is not a tutorial or the right way to do things. Just how I do them. Move, add to stacks. That works nice. And also another one that, so whenever I play a game like this, I always either hit control and a click and shift and click, and usually it moves like over a stack. So I've never really paid attention down here. If you hold shift and control, it'll move all of that type of item over. So handy little feature there. I think I'm just gonna drop off all this stuff for now, even though I'll take the sticks and the stone. I need to get more stone and more arrows. Let's take this with me. Let's take this charcoal out. Yeah, we'll take that meat so we can. And you're not safe in your house from like animal attacks, anything like that. They can rip down your house and get you. So, all right. What you chewing on down there, buddy? Stuffed animal. We got the squeaker out of the stuffed animal. He cares more about that than the stuffed animal itself. Hear the wolf. I don't see him, but I hear him. So either way, I think we got a good quick start. Like, we have water, we have oxygen creator, we have a fireplace to make food, we got the basic tools that we need to, survive. They don't last very long, that's for sure. Prepare these up. Go grab some more stone. Me and my one buddy played this, I don't know if it was a beta, I think. Playtest or beta we played, and we put, I don't know what it was, like 300 hours into it. We had a blast, and then the game came out, we got it, and we played it for like 20 hours. If you're not familiar with Icarus, it started with, start at like the character select screen, and basically you're in a space station. And the space station, you choose an operation, you land on the planet, you do whatever the mission is, or you got to build up, you get your weapons, get your stuff, get a place, be able to survive it, you go do the mission. The starting one game is bad, you have to take over. You do the mission, you get back in your spaceship, and you fly back to the space station, rinse and repeat. So you go up there, select another operation, drop, rebuild your stuff that you need, because just how it is, and then fly back up, just rinse, repeat. We just got tired of it. Well, they finally added the open world, so now we can do operations. You can live here, stay here the whole time, and I wanted to get back into the game. All right, let's, it should be, what else do I need for arrows? Oh, fiber. Let's grab some. And you don't have to hold the interact button or tap it. You can hold it and it'll pick up. So that's nice. But yeah, there is a lot of stuff to do in the game. Even if you just played survival and not missions or operations or the Great Hunts, which is new. Like, it's really fun, just survival game. It's like a sandbox survival game. I think you could have a lot of fun with it. And that mission we have there is to do a contact device, which will give us random missions. You know, you choose from 2, you do them, another ship will drop, and you choose a reward from it. Rinse, repeat. The operations are like the story missions. You go from there. So we definitely be able to get groups together and do operations and stuff like that. All right, let's get these arrows crafted. 71, that feels a little better. I've never done anything with the throwing weapons either, so need to look in that. Bone and leather. So we're gonna have to go hunting and do some of that stuff. Like I said, I just kind of wanted to get in here, get an idea so I can explain to whoever watches this that wants to join in the server. Just have a kind of a little idea what the plan is or the hope is. But yeah, you have a winter biome, desert. I think there's actually J is a huge, awesome thing to help in the game. You can search anything like no, fiber. Oh, tells you how you grow it. You can get it from the workshop, which is a whole nother, not Steam Workshop, the workshop in Icarus, where you grow it in, everything you use it in, the fuel network, what you can do. You know, fiber and tree sap will turn to biofuel. So very, very cool thing. But I went there because we're on Olympus. There is what, three different planets. So you have a forest, Arctic, desert, swamp, volcanic, grasslands, and caves, and they all have the same biomes, different animals. And it looks like the bestiary does carry over, even though this is a new character. It must be on the account. So as you kill them and skin them and do stuff, you unlock more information about them, lore, their traits, like where their critical hit area is, their pack animal, weak to poison, you know, what they damage you with. And once you get them all 100%, I think you get a certain percent XP bonus gain, which is nice. So yeah, so we'll have all those, and all these come with their own different kind of storms, their own different kind of problems, whether it be desert hot, or, you know, the Arctic is cold, polar bears, animals are different in all of them. So it's, oh, I thought I seen something. It was just my bed. So yeah, so I think we'll do that. Let's, I felt like this spot was pretty good right here. So I think we'll try to make this spot here. Our town area, you know, where we're, like I said, we'll try to have separate buildings for woodworking and for armor. And yes, it makes it a pain in the butt because everything's going to be, you know, spread out a little bit more than just in your house running back and forth. But I think it's more for the fun and the RP aspects of things. But then that gives us room to build houses here, and we can, you know, gate off build up walls and stuff around if we need to, put some gates in. And then, yeah, then, you know, we'll put in little projects in the Discord and have ideas and things to do. Like I said, I think it'd be cool to have, you know, people go through and clear a path, you know, a good optimal path to get to the desert, or, you know, when you find caves, like I think that's a cave. You know, so we have a nice path here, kind of marked, clear all the stuff off of it, whatnot. We're about to put signs up. I don't know if the weather will kill them or if the stone signs will stay good, so we'll have to test that. But, you know, caves, you know, this way. And obviously the post we have at the exit to the city will have a lot of stuff on it, you know, caves. And then, you know, oh, cave here, and we'll split off and grow. I don't know. I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be something worth. So I hope that you'd be interested and want to join in. And we'll go from there. But this was just a quick, I got started, got going, and we're going to have all the stuff in the Discord. There is a channel for Icarus community server. It should have the server name and password to hop into it. Please just, let's not grief. Let's just have some good fun times. And work together. There'll be a voice channel on there as well. So if you're playing on it, and hop in the voice chat, so whoever's playing can all communicate and hang out, work, let's make some friends, and let's make a cool little server. So looking forward to hopefully having you join. Yeah, that's about it. So I hope you liked the video. Hope you want to join us in the community server. And if you did, hit that like button for me. Leave a comment below. Let me know if you have any questions or even ideas for the community. Maybe you don't have the game or you don't want to play in the game, but maybe you want to watch the series that I'll do on it. And obviously, as I record in it, you know, one video you're going to see this, right? Just this little square hut. The next video you may see 2 houses and, you know, a little bit different stuff that around as people build, because I'm obviously not going to record it 24/7. So you'll see progress, but it might be jumps in progress, because you know me, I don't like to edit my videos too much. I just like it all to be out there when I watch videos. That's why I created the channel like this. It's not because I'm lazy and don't want to edit. It's because when I watch videos, I'm like, oh, it's only a half hour long. I want to watch more. What happened in between there? So doing what I like and go from there. So yeah, leave a comment below. Let me know as you're watching and not playing, and have some ideas. Throw them out there. And if you haven't hit the subscribe button, I really appreciate it. We're kind of sitting there at a good steady, like 430 last I checked, and we're almost to that first goal of 500. So I really appreciate all the support. And hope you join us. Have a wonderful night, evening, morning, and hope to see you next video. Bye.